Let's review this guy right here. What is up, collectors? It is Riley Reviews back again with another video, and you know we had to do it. We had to do another retro review in the building for you guys. Just want to make it short and sweet of the Attack of the Clones Yoda. We've got the box somewhere. No, that's wrong. That's awkward. But it's right here. We're gonna do a quick review just to talk about my overall thoughts of it. It's a figure that I've always wanted to get at one point, and I saw a really nice deal on it and ended up sweeping it up. And you know, I was like, you know what? This would be perfect for my retro review kind of series I'm going on right here. So I wanted to get this out for you guys. If you guys do enjoy the content, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We are almost 15 away from our yearly goal of 500 subscribers. You guys have been crushing it. Thank you so much for all the support. Again, I really just want to dedicate all of you guys for subscribing. It's really appreciative. I'm doing this channel and getting these videos out for you guys, and you guys showing the support back is just really appreciative. But got this figure here. We're gonna see our first reactions coming up right now. Hope you guys do enjoy. If you do, hit the like button and let me know in the comments, do you have a Yoda in your collection? And if you don't, do you want one and are you looking for one? Let me know, shoot it down in the comments, but let's get straight to the review. So we're just looking at the box art here. It's very nice and clean. I'm really liking the way it looks. I like the blue of the Attack of the Clones. It seems like they've got that for all the Attack of the Clones figures. Very nice having Attack of the Clones figures when we got Wave 2 coming around the corner. Hopefully this year, sometime very soon, because they did make that announcement a while ago. But loving the art. And then we got the figure right up here. And there's nothing better than that Hot Toy smile, baby. Let's get to unboxing this figure. All right, guys, we got the Yoda here. Let's get our first hand impressions of the figure. And looking at it right now, it's pretty dang good. It looks really awesome. The head sculpt looks phenomenal. We got the rooted hair on the top, which is very interesting to see, being used to sculpted hair figures. But you know what? Let's just get to the accessories. So just getting a first look at the accessories, guys, it actually is pretty solid for a Yoda figure. We'll start with these right here, which are very nicely detailed. You got two of these sort of force electricity like blasts at the end. I really like it. Actually never seen these, and it's really good details, and it's like got kind of like a translucent vibe to it. I'm really enjoying that. It's awesome. Let's see right here, we've got obviously the swoosh effect that you usually get with most Star Wars figures. I mean, that's pretty much how it normally goes. And I mean, you got Yoda, you know, you have to have the cannon here, which it looks like really nice, really good detail. Basically looks like what you'd get from the movie, obviously. And you got a really nice array of hands. I mean, for being a 6 scale Yoda, you've got these really tiny hands. It's kind of funny to see. Bunch of different ones. You probably got a force push there, a bunch of force wielding hands, mind tricks, I'm guessing. Really good detail for being how tiny they are. It's really awesome. And as you can see, we've got the display stands here. You've got the little mini one for the Yoda. That's perfect for him, so I love that. And you got to have him with the flight pole because this guy can jump, so it's gonna be awesome. And you get your basic, you know, 6 scale Star Wars base. Not a sand footprint. We're so glad we're not seeing that, guys. But you got kind of this like Geonosian battle scene from the Attack of the Clones when he's fighting Dooku, which is really awesome. But all right, so now that we're done with the accessories, guys, let's just head over to the figure itself and take a close look at the Yoda 6 scale figure. So looking at the up and down here of the Yoda 6 scale figure, there's not really much to look at. It's just an awesome looking piece. Obviously smaller than normal, but hey, that's what you get when you're getting a Yoda. And let's just zoom in right now to that head sculpt because damn, they really caught it, guys. As soon as I saw this in hand, that's the first thing I was looking at because they captured the Attack of the Clones Yoda without a doubt. CGI'd Yoda, it really looks awesome, guys. I can't say good enough things about it. Tailoring looks up to par, looks really good. Just getting your normal coat and, you know, Yoda's little pants and a shirt, you know how it goes. But it looks really good, guys, and I'm happy with the way it turned out. And I'm happy I finally got this figure. I mean, it's something that I quintessentially needed. I mean, it was pretty essential to having in the prequel figure franchise. So I'm glad I have it, but let's get to some more footage. Yoda's just looking at the bottom of the video here, but just wanted to show you guys a quick look of the rooted hair. Actually has a lot. I don't know if that's how his hair actually was in the film, but I'll probably have to look back and check it out, the Attack of the Clones film. But nonetheless, I'm really happy with the way it turned out with rooted. I know rooted's pain, but I don't know, with this Yoda 6 scale, it really doesn't bother me. One thing I will say is that I really like the amount of wiring they put into such a smaller figure. You'd think they'd kind of just half-ass it and just give you kind of just nothing with the coat and having it draped, but I think having wired with this particular figure is just essential because obviously Yoda from Attack of the Clones is super acrobatic. He has definitely different moves and jumps, so you gotta have this guy in the dynamic poses when you get this one in hand. Just the detailing on the sculpt is crazy. For being such such a tiny figure. You'd think that the detailing on it would be a little minuscule, but no, they really captured it. Now, to give you guys a quick side-by-side comparison, I got the man Cody up in here, just a figure that I had on the side, and I just tossed him out of the shelf and threw him on here to show you guys the different height difference, obviously, with the two figures. Obviously, being in scale, being the 6 scale version of Yoda, he's going to be a lot smaller. But hey, it's definitely a shocker to see how much of a small figure for he is. And he's still pretty pricey, but it's still a really awesome figure, and I'm really happy with it. Now, I'm either way too scared to break this thing, but it seems like you can't really move the hips in any way. I mean, I'm not sure, guys, you can see me trying to move it around. It seems like it's very stuck in position, probably because of how the figure was manufactured, but not a deal breaker, that's all I'll say. Obviously, another touch I wanted to talk about, you've got a wired coat. I mean, look at that, guys. That's a necessity with Yoda. Look, anyways, it's not the strongest wire ever, but you know what? It'll do. Now that we talked about how badass this figure is, let's make it more badass by doing some poses. Guys, I mean, just with pose number 1, can you tell that I'm having fun with this? I mean, this figure is really awesome to pose, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This pose was just more towards, I don't know, just him leaping forward, getting ready to attack someone from above in Yoda fashion. And, you know, guys, I'm really liking how this figure works. I love the way the wiring is. It tells so much more a story. As you can see, there's just so many little rustles and stuff with his cape flowing away as he's jumping. It really tells more of a story inside the pose itself. One thing I will say about posing this figure is that it's kind of scary, because if you look at it, it's very, very fragile because of how small the figure is itself. It seems like whenever I'm bending and moving things around, I'm kind of scared of breaking it. So you definitely want to be very careful with this figure. You don't want to make sure you're not breaking anything. But man, I'm again loving the wire on the coat. It's just so awesome seeing that. I love when Hot Toys does that. I hope we see that with almost every figure. Wires just do so much more when it comes to posing and telling more of a story. One thing, guys, that I completely forgot to mention is that the actual lightsaber itself has a magnet in it that connects to his belt magnetically, so you don't have to actually have any sort of peg to attach it in, which is really frustrating with specific figures. I really love how they did this, and it can make you get poses like this, where you can have the figure almost look like he's using the Force to get it to his hand. I really do love this. It's almost like he's preparing to fight Count Dooku in Attack of the Clones, and I just love this pose because it almost looks like the lightsaber is about to fly from his belt onto his hand. And it's like midway through flying, and I really did love doing this pose, showcasing how powerful Yoda really is. You want something that just screams Star Wars? This is the pose to do, man. Obviously, this is just a pose Yoda ready for battle with his lightsaber out, prepared for a battle against any Sith in the galaxy. I mean, has taken on plenty of Sith lords and has put his fair share of work into them, and just showing how awesome this figure is. I mean, you can really do anything with it. This is the pose he's gonna do. Just ended the video off with the most dynamic pose I could have thought of, using these Force Blast effects, which I'm really liking. I honestly, like, blew me away for this figure. I've never seen Hot Toys do something like this with the electricity. It usually never works, but particularly for this, I'm really enjoying the way it turned out. Now, some people aren't a fan of the way the actual things look, and might cheapen it out for you, but I don't know, man. I just think it looks really cool. Wasn't expecting it to look this good, really putting the effects on, because they usually don't work and they're not great, but really happy with how this turned out. Now, just a short and sweet pose you got right here to wrap up the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really did enjoy making this. I've always wanted to have a Yoda in my collection. Better yet, have it in the prequels. My love of the Star Wars. An overall review, retro review number 2. And let's get to our final thoughts. That's gonna do it for you guys. About the end of the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you tuned in through the rest of the video, really do appreciate it. It helps the algorithm going for the channel. Overall thoughts, I'd say that this figure is really awesome. I'd say if you guys did find it for a right price, I would jump on it because it comes with very nice accessories, and this is a valid pickup if you did want it. I was pleasantly surprised once I got it in hand. I mean, I might be biased because I love the prequels and I love Yoda, but finally getting a Yoda 6 scale figure in the collection is definitely a W. I'd say the only thing that I'm kind of worried about is posing it, because it seems like it's very fragile, and the way you're moving the body, it's very hard to like articulate in certain areas and certain points. I was getting a little frustrated getting through the poses, but you know, we had to cut that out. You know, I had to get it out for you guys. Getting the poses is a lot of fun. I haven't posted in a while, so posing with this figure was definitely a treat to show you guys. So I'd probably rate this probably an 8.5 out of 10 or a 9. Just the articulation that just bugged me a little bit. What are you gonna ask for when you have such a small figure? But thank you guys so much for watching. That's gonna do it here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you guys.